Hey, and welcome to my channel. My name is Heather, and this is the Fluffy Oracle. So today we're going to have a pick a card, another mystery topic one, for kind of like a what you most need to know right now type of guidance. Now, I'm going to be picking a pile right along with you guys because in a second I'm going to show you how I kind of use some divination to pick a pile because I got the inspiration from another reader who made a video last night about some awesome ways to help us learn how to pick which pile we are drawn to the most intuitively and to help flex our intuitive muscles to kind of help us learn to use our intuition just a little bit better and a little bit more. Now, everyone is going to be different with their intuition and how they use it and what actually works for them. I'm actually going to link the video below that was posted last night by Stargirl the Practical Witch. And she's really awesome. She does pick a cards as well. She's been on YouTube for quite a long time. I've watched her for a long time. I love her videos. They're very helpful. I love her pick a cards. They're really awesome. I love her energy. She's actually really beautiful too. She's such a sweetheart in her videos. So I want to just say thank you so much to Stargirl. You are absolutely wonderful. I love your videos. So she mentioned several different ways. I'm going to do maybe like one or two how I do it and for myself to help you guys as well. So she mentioned using a pendulum. Now, if you don't have an actual crystal pendulum or like a regular predominant one, you can take any kind of piece of jewelry, like either a bracelet or a necklace that you wear personally all the time that has like a charm on it, or even just anything with like a long piece of like either thread, chain, rope, whatever, and like a heavier object at the end to use as a pendulum. Now, technically, this is one of my necklaces, and it does have a crystal pendant on it because it's one that I like to wear. This is a brand new pendant of mine. This is Larmar and some topaz. So I usually take my necklaces, and I use that as a quick divination tool for a quick pendulum because I don't really have a predominant one like I used to. I kind of lost it. So for a quick snap, necklace, bracelet, any kind of piece of jewelry that has like a long, piece of like something to act like a rope or a chain and a heavy object at the end. You can even take a needle and thread, or some people like in the old days used to take a piece of hair. I know it's kind of weird, but they used to take a piece of hair and like a wedding band or like a needle and do it that way. Now, the way this works is, if I can get it to stop, you can ask it to give you a yes. So for me, a yes, and I'm not moving this, is the back and forth like this. And for me, let's get a no. Once it stops, it takes a second to stop. So give me a strong no. Strong no is going to go back and forth, side to side like that. And then for I don't know or an indecision message, let's get that. It does a circle for me. Now for everybody else, this is going to be kind of different for you. Whether yours swings in a circle, it can go clockwise for yes or counterclockwise for no. It depends on how it is. Some people get like a void like that. For indecision, it won't move at all, where it won't give you an answer. The other way to use this is when you're picking a pile, you can hold it and then see which direction it wants to swing for which pile. So let's pick a pile for us. Okay, notice how it's swinging diagonally towards pile number 3. So for me, that would be pile number 3. So this pile, yes, that's a strong yes for me. So for me, it's going to be pile number 3 today. So that's just a quick example of using a pendulum and doing a little bit of work with pendulum. You can use the pendulum for anything that you would like to kind of make a decision on, whether you want to make a decision on going with a certain, meal or object or what should I buy, and you want to just use it for fun, go ahead with that and ask it any yes or no questions. Some people use it also for divining pregnancy. I don't really recommend that. I would rather you just take a test. I'm just saying, because it can be quite inaccurate and mess with your head. So that's the only warning for that. Now, the other way she suggested is either visualizing your face under a pile. If you can visualize your face under whatever pile it is, that's your pile. Or you can take and place your hand over, if you flip your phone on a mobile device and you take and hold your hand over it, and she suggested if you feel like a tingle, or for me, it would be kind of like a heavy sensation. So for me, this pile feels kind of heavy, so that's where I'm drawn to the most. These are too light for me, so I wouldn't pick either one of them. But if you don't want to do any of that, try using the visualization technique. And she also suggests with the visualization technique to visualize yourself being able to pick up the pile. If you can't see yourself picking up the pile, like it's too heavy, then that's not the pile for you. It would be the lightest one for you to be able to pick up with ease. So, as I said before, I will link her video down below for that so you guys can check her out. She's quite awesome. So, that should hopefully have given you enough time to take and pick which pile you are drawn to the most with your intuition. And a quick little tip for the day. So, timestamps will be down below as usual, as well as in the first comment. And your choices are from pile 1, 2, and 3 once again. And I will see you at your pile. Alrighty, so for my loves who chose pile number 1 with their intuition, let's see what we get for you for the day. Well, not for the day, but for right now, for what you most need to know. We have Ride the Wave. So with this, I feel like it's more about going with the flow for what it is that you most need to know right now for whatever it is that you're going through. And I kind of feel like it's a little bit of an indecisiveness, but I feel like if you went with the flow and kind of like just let things play out, I feel like everything will come full circle and kind of basically take off for you a little bit faster, and that way you won't feel so kind of stuck with whatever's going on. And then we have Slow and Steady. With the Slow and Steady card, I feel like even though things may be moving at a slow snail's pace right now, they will pick up as soon as you start going with the flow, and you'll start to notice everything to pick up and to start to move forward. And then we have Protecting Treasure. So with this, kind of keeping to yourself and kind of holding, back just a little bit on your emotions about how you feel. Like if you feel too strongly towards something, kind of not to like make waves or cause any commotion might be most needed at this time, and kind of just sitting with yourself and thinking about things and kind of going within as well, because I'm really attracted to her kind of just like crouched over underneath the umbrella, kind of just chilling to herself. And basically just going within, being kind of like almost a hermit mode and sitting back and letting things to play out is what I get with this. And then we have Golden Palace. So with this, I feel like things will be revealed in their due time, because I'm really attracted to the moon. And once they're revealed, it'll make you feel like you've finally been able to put things together and to make it past any kind of like obstacles that you've been dealing with, especially with this going with the flow thing. Once you're able to go with the flow, it'll kind of make you fluid in order to get around whatever obstacles might be kind of standing there in the way that you may not even understand or notice or even see in the meantime, because you've been trying to work so hard at it with trying to move forward. So we have Faith. So with this, keep the faith, keep a positive attitude. Things will change, things will get better, and things will definitely begin to move forward for you. And then we have Speak Up. So with the Speak Up, when you're ready to come out of this hermit mode and say whatever it is that you need to say, think about what it is first that you want to say and get your ducks in a row, and then speak up and say whatever it is that you need to say, or what you feel needs to be said at that time. And then we have Live to the Fullest. So with that, don't really put yourself on too much of a pause. Take care of you, focus on yourself while you're waiting for things to move forward and staying to yourself and putting things in order and thinking about things. Focus on yourself, do your day-to-day things, get things done that you need to get done, and keep it moving. And then we have Face Your Adversities. So whatever it is that you're fearing the most right now, think about it for a little bit. Think about how you can kind of get around or over that fear or through whatever that issue might be for you. and face it head on, and then prioritize and go about knocking it out and getting it done and moving past that for you. So these are your messages. I do hope that these resonated. Remember that this is a general reading, and if you would like any extra guidance, please feel free to book a personal reading with me. The information for that will be down below. And I will see you guys next reading. Also, I would like to say thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. You guys have been absolutely amazing and wonderful. And with that said, have a blessed one. Okay, so for my loves who picked pile number 2, let's see what we have for you. We have Spirit of Place, Solitude, Encouragement, and Come Together. So with the Spirit of Place, I feel like there's been a lot of transformation, almost kind of like someone has been moving. I feel like a movement type of energy with this. So if you've moved to a new place, because I'm really attracted to what looks like the little shack or house in this. If you've moved to a new place and you kind of feel a little bit more alone lately, since you've moved to a new environment or a new, city, new state, new town, whatever, what have you. If you've made a move and you really don't know anyone and you're feeling kind of by yourself, they're encouraging you to kind of get out more and socialize and come together with kind of like people in your neighborhood or people that you kind of run into or you work with in your new job. If you've also started a new job for some of you and you've changed your place of employment. So I feel like with these changes, they're just encouraging you to kind of socialize a little bit more, get to know people a little bit more so that you don't feel so alone, and kind of reach out and make some new friends. Or there might even possibly be like a new soulmate coming in for you as well, as what I feel with this. So, because I'm really attracted to the hearts in this and the come together. So if that tends to happen for some of you out there, because this is a general reading, that's great. That's awesome. They're encouraging you to get out more and, like I said, socialize a bit more. And that way you can bring in these soulmates. Now, when I say soulmate, I don't necessarily mean it's a love connection. A soulmate can be a friendship or even like a family member or a soul family member. Now, this weekend, I will be actually going into those topics more. So if you have any questions, please let me know in Saturday's live stream, and I will be more than happy to answer those topics for you. But that is what I generally mean by when I say a soulmate energy. Now, when I feel this, I feel it's more of a romantic type because I'm attracted to the hearts. Now, whether it develops into a romantic relationship, that's completely on you guys. If you want to pursue one, by all means, go ahead. If that's not for you, then that's great. It's whatever. You can make new friends, make new acquaintances. But whatever it is, they're asking you to get out there and socialize a little bit more so that you don't feel so much in solitude and alone being in this new place with all this transition and transformation going on for you. So let's see what we get for the extra guidance for you guys. So we have think things through. I'm like, ooh, that was a tongue twister. But anyways, think things through. So think before you speak and think before you act as well. And kind of take into account what may be going on around you, whether it's a coworker that you may disagree with. Think before you speak to them. Kind of sympathize and understand them as much as you can as well. And maybe you might actually make a new friend out of that once you're able to kind of see their point of view and understand them a little bit better. And then we have trust the divine plan. So with this, I keep hearing divine timing. Everything happens in divine timing and divine order. We all say that, I understand that, but it is the absolute truth when it comes down to it and you really think about it and you kind of put it into perspective. Things happen for a reason. I am a firm believer in that. That's my choice to believe in that. If you don't, then that's on you. Whatever it is that you believe, it is what it is. But trusting in the divine plan, things happening for a reason. It's all in its own timing and its own order. So trust the plan, trust the flow of it, trust how things are going to go, and everything will work out just fine is what's being asked of you. And then we have tune out distractions. So if there's anything negative around you or any kind of like negative gossip or whatever, what have you around you, kind of try and tune that out a little bit, not listen to it very much, and kind of have an opinion of your own and take into account how it is you really feel, how it is you really think about something. Make your own decisions. Don't let somebody make your decisions for you and take away your free will. You have the free will for a reason. use it. And then we have claim your art. So with that, I feel like focus on whatever it is that you are best at and kind of put that more to the forefront in order to shine more of yourself out there, kind of basically express yourself more and be open to being yourself more and understand that you will be accepted for who you are no matter what. Now, if someone doesn't accept you for who you are, then that's not the person that really needs to be around you in your life, technically. And that's kind of how you know intuitively who's supposed to be there, who's not supposed to be there. So don't be afraid to be yourself, and don't be afraid to, like, you know, flex your talents out there. You're talented. Remember that. Whatever that is for you, remember that is all you, and that is awesome. So with that, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, a wonderful day. These are your messages. I do hope that they resonated. Please remember that this is just a general reading, and if you would like a more personal one, all the information for that will be down below. I want to say thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing to my channel, and I will see you guys next video, as well as Saturday for the live stream, if you feel like catching me and checking me out at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. Have a blessed one. Alrighty, so for my loves who chose pile number 3, the one that I picked as well with you guys, let's see what we get. So we have Deep Freeze first, and then we have Magical Map Shifter, Making a Choice, and Flying. So with the Deep Freeze card, I feel like things have been quite on pause, and you're kind of like sitting back, chilling, taking some time to yourself, resting, because I'm really attracted to how the lion is kind of like just resting and sleeping there. And so I feel like you've been kind of just sitting back, taking a break, and just chilling for a little bit and getting that, you know, things in order in your mind and thinking about things and just kind of taking a break to rest and collect yourself. And then we have the Magical Map Shifter. So with this card, I feel like while you've been on this kind of like chill mode, you've been thinking about all these different things and making kind of like a choice and trying to figure out what would be the best option, best decision, because you've been presented with several choices and options because you've had a lot of ideas kind of just going around and around in your head is what I get with this card. So with this, with the making a choice card, I feel like you're trying to decide which way to actually go next and which, you know, direction you want to head in for whichever choice it is that you make with all these options that have been presented to you. And with all these ideas that have been kind of just turning and turning and turning in your head, and you're kind of like, okay, so which would be the best one? What's the best direction? What's the best approach for making a choice? So it's up to you whether you want to go, you know, left or whether you want to go right. For me, I think I'm going to go towards the right. I don't know. I'm right-handed, so. But for me, I'm really attracted to the purple color the most, so for me, that's the door for me. Whatever that is for you, that's your choice. That's up to you. So it's up to you, though, to make this choice and this decision. But remember, take your time. You ain't got to rush. Just sit back, chill, think about things a little bit more, and pick out the best option and best direction for you. And then we have Flying. Once you've made this choice, you're going to be pretty much sailing. Sky's the limit. And it's only onwards and upwards from there. And you will finally kind of be out of this maze of indecision. Instead of trying to figure out, you know, your way through the dark, basically, you'll be kind of basically seeing things from a higher perspective and a higher point of view once you've made this choice and you're able to see the bigger picture. So let's see what the extra guidance is for you. So we have make no judgments. So whatever this decisions have been, or whatever these choices or ideas that have been popping up in your head, no matter how silly they are, don't judge a book by its cover is what I hear. So whatever that decision is, or whatever those aha moments are, no matter how silly it seems, give it a chance, kind of roll with it, explore the ideas of it, see where it leads, and higher thought processes of it. And then we have admit your vulnerabilities. So in making this choice, I feel like there's almost like a fear to make this choice and to make this leap of faith as well, because I'm really also attracted back to the I'm like, what is that? A unicorn or a fairy horse? It's like a fairy horse. Kind of like from like the carousel type of horse. So admit your vulnerabilities. No matter what, even if you fear this choice, think about it. Try and figure out what it is that's kind of holding you back, what it is that's making you kind of afraid from making this choice, and kind of try and see the logic in working your way around it and putting things into perspective, because I feel like the vulnerabilities are kind of just like a false representation, kind of fear-based energy with that. So I'm like, what else am I getting? Basically, your fears aren't really real, is what I'm getting with this. So admit where it is that you feel kind of like a little nervous about things, and see how it is that you can correct that and move past it. And it's okay to admit where you might feel a little bit weak and not so strong in some kind of aspects with making those choices. But know that it's okay, because once you're able to make those choices and complete those actions and go forward with it, you will get okay with it. You will get comfortable with it, and you will get past those fears, and you'll discover that you're really great at it. And then we have seek hidden treasure. Find the golden opportunity in this aha moment, this idea, this choice, because I promise you there is one. So seek it out. Look for that silver lining and roll with it, and kind of start from there, as well as what I get with that card. And then we have ask with sincerity. So if you need help from anyone, no matter who it is, whether it's a close friend, a coworker, a family member, spouse, life partner, loved one, sibling, whatever, doesn't matter. It's okay to ask for help, but ask genuinely, not just because you want someone to do it for you, is what I get with this. And when you ask, genuinely and with sincerity, I promise you, things will work out way better than what you thought and what you had actually hoped and planned for. For me, this makes a lot of sense with what I'm thinking. So, these are your messages. I do hope that they resonated and that they helped you. And remember that this is a general reading, and that if you would like any further personal help, please feel free to check out my the info box down below for all the information on how to book with me for a personal reading. And I would like to say thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing to my channel, and I will see you guys next video, as well as I will see you guys Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for my live stream, where we will have so much fun with getting to get to the bottom of some topics that I've said in my community post. If you want to check it out, feel free. Other than that, I will see you next video. Have a blessed one.